we got a interesting day. Why? Why is that? Well, because I don't know what we're doing. Play the music. Hello. Well, Mike, thanks for the glizzy, Mike. Thank you so much. How's your day? It's going good. It's been busy. Busy. Why? Well, I don't know. I always say that. No, I did stuff. I did a lot of cleaning, actually. I've been on a... Oh, cleaning feels so good. Well, you know, here's the thing. Cleaning, I don't know if there's a word for it, if people call it something. Good afternoon. Yes, good afternoon, Mark. Hello, everyone. I don't know if there's such thing as toxic productivity, but like cleaning, I mean, I guess it's good to be clean to an extent, but I'm organizing, I'm taking things and putting it in a different, more organized, like, storage and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, okay, so you don't want to live in like a disgusting, like, freaking sty, right? Which is, what does that mean, by the way? That's something we say, you know, it's like, oh, it's like a pigsty. What's a sty? Pig pen? A house for pigs? Why do we need a word for that? Why do we need like such a... Why do we need... There's too many words. Like, do we need... It's just like, oh man, the farmers. Back when Webster was making his book. Ah, dang! I keep just having to say pig pen. If only there was a way to more accurately say this more specific thing. But it's the same amount of words, because it's... Sty is short for pig pen. Just say pig pen. They're really missing out on that syllable. Boss, I'm gonna sound crazy for asking, but is there any way you could change the BGM for today's Just Chatting? It hurts my head. It hurts your head? This is my thinking music. Why does it hurt your head? Change the music. It hurts your... What's wrong with your guys' head? Yeah, behave or I'm gonna play the freaking psychological attack music. HC, thanks for the 12 months, 1 year, HC, thanks so much. The frequencies? I'll give you a frequency. You guys have head... Why do you... So many people... Operatives! Drink more water. Get more sleep. Drink less caffeine. Why do you all have headaches? How are we going to take over the... How are we going to save the world with Meow HQ if every operative has headaches? And they can't listen to a little music. Drink some water. Eat a banana. No. Okay. Everyone send your headaches to boss. I actually am very headache proof. I get car sick. I get queasy easily, but I don't remember the last time I had a headache. I'm prone to heat stroke though. They say every time you get heat stroke, you're more prone to it for the next time. It's compounding. It's like when you see the spider. Remember I said every time, what was it? You get like a certain amount of money, but like every time you see a spider, every spider after that doubles in size or something. It's like that. Headache beam? Yeah, it bounces off. There's nothing for it to hit. It passes through. It hit me. Deflects. Anywho, thanks for being here, everyone. Hope you had a good day. Maybe your day's just beginning. begunning. CaspurrCatacini here, Meowster of Disguise, Secret Agent, among other things today. Chatter. We might boot up Water Park Sim, depending how I feel, depending how these next 30 minutes go, and play a little bit more. I've been scared. I've been scared to split up streams like that. I think it just makes it like, you know, because I've been organizing the playlist. I appreciate everyone putting in their answers, by the way. But it's just like it gives me an uncomfy feeling when I see the VOD it's split up, and you know, let's say you're watching the Water Park Simulator streams, or maybe you're watching the playlist, and then you get to this one stream where I talk about Labubus for like an hour, and you're like, what is this? And you skip it, but you actually miss some Water Park stream because it was at the end of it. And we'll see. I think most people would say like, oh, that doesn't, I don't care about that, but yeah, I don't know. What's left in the water park? There's just, well, we unlocked pretty much everything, but there's like just a tiny touch left to unlock and get, but we're pretty much done. People timestamp? Yeah, I guess it's just my personal preference. Guys, I've been going through this. I don't know why, but I feel like I've been running into too many Karens out in the wild. And I'm a proto-Karen. I'm not exactly a Karen, but I'm like a pseudo-proto-Karen. I was getting something sent off. And at the mail store, the person, you know, you drop off, it was an Amazon return. And adjusting in my seat, the person was like, okay, this is gonna go out like today, and the person was like, the worker was like, yes, and she was like, are you sure? And he was like, yes. And so this Karen wanted to physically see the package get shipped off, and the person was like, oh, I'm sorry, you know, and so this was crazy. She started to like enter their space. She was like went behind to like look at the thing, and you could tell the guy like obviously can't touch her, but I could tell he wanted to be like stop, but he just kept backing up because he didn't want to like whatever. And she went behind the counter to look at where she was like, can I see where it goes? And I was like, god damn, this poor worker. Isn't that, yeah, that's insane too. Behind the counter, yeah. Does she want to, yeah, maybe they can give her a job and she could take it herself personally. Right, she can get a job. Retail workers do not get enough credit for dealing with these people. Oh my, you know what? Okay, listen, like, there's a lot of different jobs out there, I know, with varying degrees of difficulty and a wide range of like responsibilities, and like, you know, working in a warehouse is difficult, but it's not the same kind of difficult as working in like, I don't know, construction or like whatever job, right? Different jobs have different whatever. But let me tell you, for the first time, I sat there and I was like, oh, I don't think I've worked a real day in my life. And I thought that when I went to Jollibee to get the Cat's Eye collab burger, which was pretty good, by the way. I've gone twice now, but I need to cut myself off. Dude, I don't know what it is about Jollibee. I didn't realize Cat's Eye was that popular. It was like the goddamn Marines. They were like working on a submarine that was getting missiles sent to it. These poor fucking workers, the drive-through, the people coming coming in for mobile pickup orders, the people that were like waiting in line. It was a goddamn mess in there. And they don't have no space, and they were trying to squeeze in the people that were like working the drive-thru, or had to squeeze past some other people, and it was fucking crazy. For what? Probably $13 to $15 an hour, probably. Have you tried the Cat's Eye Jollibee chicken as like regular fried chicken? Yes, I did it. I got the burger, and then the next time I went, I got the like just the chicken by itself. I got the chicken by itself with a side of rice, and I ate it like that. The burger's really good. It has like this kind of, God, I don't know. It's the vegetables they put on it. It has this kind of like aromatic taste to it. It almost reminds me of Vietnamese food in a weird way. You know, Vietnamese food has all these like vegetable aromatic stuff on it. It's really good. And then the fried chicken just by itself was really good, but it was like without the bun and the vegetables and stuff on it, it was kind of like strong. So I was eating it with rice, so it was pretty good. But like, I don't know if I like the Cat's Eye collab chicken just by itself. I kind of just like the normal Jollibee because it's not so saucy. Wish I had a Jollibee. Yeah, I mean, I haven't had it until like a little later in my life. It's pretty good. I mean, the fact that you can go somewhere and get like that kind of like Asian kind of food, but like as fast food. Anywho, these people, I mean, I was just like watching them. I don't know. I've been on this weird kick where I'm watching these like video essays or commentary videos or reaction videos of like insane job demands. Maybe because I keep avoiding that working a real job stream. But I watch these videos of like LinkedIn posts that you can't believe, or like insane reasons that I got fired, or like you won't believe what this job is asking for, or like I have this much student debt and I can't find a job. You know, I don't know. I've just been listening to that. That's just where my algorithm is at recently. So maybe I've been kind of attuned to it. But I'm standing there waiting for my order, and I was just like, I mean, these people, like, they should be in charge of the military, not making Cat's Eye collab chicken burgers. And I gotta say, you know, I mean, not that I held this idea or this belief. But like anyone who says that is not a skilled job, I mean, I could not believe what I was seeing. Guys, it was fucking crazy. The drive-thru was like extended past the entrance and was like kind of went into the parking lot. There were people lined up inside, and then people were constantly coming in to pick up their mobile orders. I was scared. I was scared. Bridget, hello. It's a job that takes skill, but it's not a skilled job. Yeah, not like streaming. Not like streaming. Or if they could stream it, you know what they should do? They should strap a thing to their head like a GoPro, and because I've seen that on TikTok, people love that, where it's like McDonald's and he makes like a filet-o-fish and it's like a GoPro. Streaming isn't a skilled job. I agree. Streaming is like, I was thinking about making a video or short, or I don't know. I've been doing YouTube and making content online. I've done little art comics. I tried to do art commissions at some point, streaming, video content, short form. I've done it for like so long. I thought, hey, maybe I'll make a video and then try to sell my course or something. But I was thinking about it, like streaming. It's funny you say that, because I think for streaming, and maybe actually this is good, because I'll chat with you guys about it now, and I'll be able to work out some of my talking points maybe, or I'll think about it. If you have no skills, hold on, I'm trying to rearrange all these random floating thoughts, and how I haven't really like sat down and bullet pointed this out. there's two different videos. One is more like an emotional one where I just kind of talk generally about doing content full time, and then one that's more technical, as in like, what can you learn from my video? I'm not really sure. See, it's kind of fucked up because the technical video is more helpful for the viewer, but that is not as probably, it's less incentivized on my end to make a video like that, and you'd probably get more clicks and retention if it was more like an emotional appeal to, like, you know, like something akin to like, I dropped out of school to become a YouTuber, and then just like general thoughts, as opposed to something like, these are the useful tips I can give you about making content online, which that's its own thing. But if someone had no skills, I'd recommend streaming. But if you have skills, if you think you are skilled, then you should make YouTube videos. Because if you have some sort of talent, any sense of talent in writing a script or editing or insight or commentary or anything, YouTube rewards that more than streaming does. And streaming is the ultimate black hole of like putting effort in with nothing to show. And my favorite examples are these people, like, there are these, you might not be familiar with these streamers, but there's Queso, there's Jinxie, and I think it goes to show like what people always, I think I've said this before, but people always look at these streamers like Queso and Jinxie and they think it's a positive, and they say, look, Jinxie was streaming to 2 people, Queso was streaming to 4 people for years, and then he blew up, and that's like a positive thing. And I take that as a lesson in the opposite side, where it's like, that's a negative to me, because you're telling me that nothing changed for the most part, but they just got lucky. That's the message I take from that, is like, you just gotta wait until you get lucky. It's not like, oh, they had a strategy and they did it smartly and they showed their skills. People always say Jinxie, he never gave up, and they're like, it's such a positive thing, he never gave up, he kept streaming, and then eventually he popped off, and I'm like, that's a miserable lesson to learn. I hate that, actually. Yeah, it took him years, and then it just worked out. So I'm like, okay, so the lesson to learn with streaming is actually that you just have to keep doing it and cross your fingers, is what I take that as. Bridget, thanks for the 5 months! People don't like that version of the story. Yeah. I mean, streaming's tough. In that sense. Right. Streaming is very, very hard, but not very skilled. Hold on. Entertain me for a little bit, because I'm just going to speak aloud, because this is helping me think about this video I want to potentially make. I've had people that I try to get into content, a blueprint of content. These are just going to be random thoughts I've had all over the place. And I think the biggest problem that they've had as someone who is maybe not as experienced is, and it sounds like something simple, and when you hear this in a YouTube video, you think, oh, this is just like a scammy whammy thing that people say just to get talking points. And I used to think that too, but after doing it for a while, it's actually true. Like, one, people don't want to put in the work. Like, truly. You're welcome, boss. Take my $5 every month, even if I can't find time to watch you. You are my little meow meow. Meow. Thank you. It goes a long way, actually. Thank you very much. You are my idyllic version of an operative. Hey Lane, thanks for the 1 year, 12 months for the 2nd time. Love watching, wait, what? Love watching, oh, on YouTube? Watching my no-skill Catboy streamer yap all the time. Thank you, Lane. Hey, listen, this could be valuable information if you're thinking about some sort of creative endeavor online. I think the biggest thing is people, when it comes to content, it sounds crazy, but like literally, oh god, I sound like one of these like the big jack dudes that have like big Rolexes, and they're like, people don't want to put in the work, but like, actually, yeah. And I think it's tied to the second thing where like streaming content in general, but especially streaming, is like suffer now, reward later, that kind of thing, which I know is like it's like a general thing, right? It applies to every aspect of life, but like it's the ultimate. You do it and you see no reward potentially for a very, very long time. And that's really hard for some people. And there's been people that I've tried to help out, and it's like, the thing is, there's very obvious things. I can help you have a better YouTube title. I can have you have a better clip, or I can make the clip shorter and for better engagement or a better watch time, or we can come up with a better stream title. But I can't help with like the mental aspect of it, which is like to keep you motivated, even though you don't necessarily make money from a stream or money from a clip or something like that. That's so hard to convince someone of. It's the mental aspect of it. Because look at someone that's gigantic, like I'm more familiar with this Jinxie kid, not with really Queso. I'm not really familiar with Queso, his story, but like Jinxie is he's like a gamer dude bro streamer, so I'm not really in tune with that kind of community and viewer base and stuff. He plays like Rainbow Six Siege, but he's definitely one of these examples I've seen of like grinded to 2 viewers and then like blew up. Don't get me started on Conspiracies, because I could go into how I think that Twitch wanted their own version of Tyler 1 that was more clean and in their control, and that maybe potentially he was an industry plant to some degree for Twitch to get their own clean, brand-friendly version of Tyler 1, but under their control. But that's a completely different stream that I can do and talk about, and I have no evidence for. Okay? But that's for a different time. But you know, someone like him, like even though he exploded and is probably making more money than like you and me and all of us here in stream combined for our entire lifetime. That being said, at any point up to that point where he made it, quote unquote, I would not have blamed him for quitting at any point. Boss just talking. Yeah, I don't really know, but it's from what I see online. I don't even know what started this conversation. What are some other thoughts that I had? I think streaming is like a very trendy thing. Oh, my video. Yes. I see a lot of small streamers. And it's this very... the culture kind of sucks you into it. And I can understand. I definitely understand that. And me personally, I'm very lucky to have not really had to go through that. I mean, I have streamed before to like 5 people, but I wasn't even really seriously thinking about it. You know, this was like way back when in the day, just kind of streaming online, you know, just for funsies on the side kind of thing. It's tough. Would I recommend it? See, this is predicament, because like streamer streams while streaming and getting monetary support while streaming says don't stream, but I wouldn't recommend streaming. It's like, you know, if someone makes a bunch of money off of like some crazy meme stock, would you think it's good for that person to say, hey, you guys should invest in crazy meme stocks? No, I mean, that person you know, managed to figure it out or got lucky or whatever, but it doesn't change the fact that it's a bad idea. I feel like you've always had this stance. Yeah, but I'm just trying to gather my thoughts more concretely and also in a manner that's productive. What the heck? Alright, you've put me on the spot. This is... Now. Thank you for the raid. Wow, that's amazing. Oh my gosh, I didn't even know you knew I existed, if I'm being honest. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, that's so sweet of you. Okay, now this is an interesting case, because now I get to try to say your name how I think you say it live in front of all these people. Right. That's what I'm about to do. So, here I go. Hi everyone, thank you so much. Thanks for the raid. That's so sweet of you. Hey Rev, thanks for the gifted. Sorry in advance for boss's transgressions. Yeah. Okay. Welcome everyone. My name is CaspurrCatacini. Meowster of disguise, secret agent, among other things. Linguist is not one of those things that I am, although I can disguise myself as many things. Now, if I was to try to pronounce, and hey, this is coming from someone that's last name is Catacini. I get a lot of mispronunciations. I get Catacini. I'm sure they're used to worse transgressions. Have a lovely stream. Thank you. That's so sweet of you. Thank you again. Now, Bilingual. That's what I would say. Okay? Now that's what I would say. Bilingual. That's what I would say. Close. Close. It's like pelican with an F. Pelican Ku. Oh, wait, that's not bad actually. Ku-sensei, thank you so much. That's real sweet of you. That really took me by surprise. Perfect. No, don't be sorry at all. Irish. No, I don't think this is a good time for me to do anything that might remotely be construed as on the mild end insensitive and on the more less mild end racist. So I'll just leave it at that and say that's a lovely name. Ku, thanks so much. Do it, coward. No. Stop. I don't even know what I was even gonna think. I stopped the thought from even happening before I even had one. I don't even know what I was about to say. Anywho. What were you guys up to? You caught me on a rare just chatting stream. Not very often. Operatives. Wasn't that hilarious? That I got raided? And prior to that, I was like, yeah, streaming kind of sucks, guys. Don't you think? If you ask me, it's a load of baloney. Oh, the new Silent Hill. There's a new one? Let me guess. It's foggy and dark and you got a flashlight. No, that's mean. I'm sorry. Is it the Japanese school one? That actually... Is that out? That one looked cool. No flashlight. You don't get a flashlight? No. You guys are dogs? Oh, yeah? Yeah, we're cats. They're operatives. It's out early. Ah, I see. Gaming's been pretty good lately, I think. You know, I feel like I got really burned on anticipating games. Namely, I mean, I know it's been such a long time since then, but No Man's Sky and... I don't think I pre-ordered Cyberpunk. Is it Cyberpunk? I always get like Cyber Edge, Edge Runners, Blade Runner, Cyber Edge, Cyber Blade. I always get it mixed up. But I remember when Cyberpunk 2077 came out, and I wasn't really into that, but I bought into the hype. Everyone was like, this is amazing. We've been waiting 37 years for this game, blah, blah, blah. And I played it, and like it was like buggy, and it didn't work, and I stopped playing it. And No Man's Sky, I remember that one was such a bad experience for me that I pre-ordered it and all that stuff. Or not pre-ordered it, but or maybe I did, can't really remember. But day one I purchased it, and I had to refund it within like an hour of playing it. It was so bad. So I just feel like the anticipation of games lately has kind of come to bite me. And the last one that I got excited for was Sonic Rumble, which was the new Sonic game that's kind of like Fall Guys. I was like, oh, I can't wait to play that with you guys and blah, blah, blah. And then it's like, wah, wah, indefinitely delayed. Why? I don't know. So it's like, here I am. That's what I get for anticipating games. Sonic Rumble, yeah, I'm a big Sonic fan. If there's one thing you should know about me, top 3 things to know about CaspurrCatacini. 1, he likes Sonic the Hedgehog. 2, I don't know. I don't know. 2, he likes to draw, I guess. 3, quick guys, give me 1. 2, he's racist. No, stop. This is actually, remember guys that I said stop calling me racist because people would come in and they're not going to understand the joke and they're going to believe that I'm racist? This is a perfect example of that moment happening where there's like possibly some new person in here that's going, what the heck? This guy's racist? I don't want to watch him. But also the opposite side of that is also a situation where I wouldn't want either. It's an interesting spectrum where like, I don't want this to happen. Someone comes and thinks, oh, he's racist, I don't want to watch. But on the opposite side of that scenario, someone going, oh, he's racist, I want to watch. That's also bad and something I don't want. Both those things are bad. He's an unrepentant glutton. Why do I need to repent for liking yum-yums? I guess by that reasoning, the only type of person I would want to watch would be someone that goes, oh, he may or may not be racist. Well, that I may or may not watch, depending. Which I guess encapsulates any person that may or may not watch me. So I guess the math works out. Perfect strategy. Perfect strategy. No, that raid really surprised me. I think Ku is gone, which they're so sweet for even staying, because when I raid, dude, okay, so this is real bad for me and probably not, you know, I should be more of a empathetic or engaged person, because they stayed, they chatted a little bit. I'm sure they're tired or busy or whatever. When I raid someone, I don't even have the streams like unmuted, if I'm being honest. I raid and run. No, I do something worse than raid and running. I raid and then type in a generic message without even hearing what they say. I go, that sounds great, have a good one, and I just send that. Yeah, no problem. Not all the time. Not all the time. Okay? Generic message that doesn't even make sense. Really? That sounds incredible. I wish I could taste that too. Just like not even, you know, it's just like a bot message that does not even relate to whatever. Boss is rude. Guys, listen, not all the time. Mostly if I'm familiar with the person, I'll do that. And it's like, I've rated them before, you know? So it's like, hey, I've rated you before. I know you. We know each other. You know, I just... Goodbye. Leave it to a spy to be fake. Yes. Well, I call it not fake. Well, that's the thing. A spy being fake... That's just a spy who's really good at his job. Really? CaspurrCatacini situation is crazy. What? He couldn't come up with a counter. No, I mean, you know, that's the thing. When you're undercover and someone's like catching on to you, like your fake mustache falls off, you don't go, oh shoot, that's a fake mustache. You go, oh man, you know, like, I've been trying these like hair creams and it's been a difficult time. Like, I don't know. All his hairs fell out. Yeah, it's a wig. I wear. Hey, you think that a secret agent would ever reveal their true identity to you? I'm wearing contacts and a wig right now. You're bald? No! Guys, do you think every cosplayer you see online is bald underneath their wig? You think the person wearing their crazy, like, blonde Mercy from Overwatch wig is bald underneath? No, they're wearing a bald cap, maybe, or a wig cap. What? Do you think all Saitama cosplayers are bald? You know what's effed up? Is I think the ones that use wig caps, if done right, usually ends up looking better. Because people's raw, bald heads, sometimes you got a weird thing going on. Like the hairline or the coloring, you know, it's like not the same tone as the rest of your skin. Because it's like usually covered in hair. Have you worn wigs? Yeah. I've worn a lot of wigs. I used to cosplay a lot. And also I go undercover, which is the perfect job. It's actually one of the few jobs where cosplaying is actually a worthwhile endeavor and not a complete waste of time and money. A perfect job for someone who goes undercover and wears disguises, cosplay. Yeah, wearing wigs is, God. You know, just, you guys were talking about headaches. You know, I was like, yeah, I don't really get headaches anymore. I think that's because I stopped cosplaying. Putting on that wig cap and wearing a wig for like 7 hours at an anime convention, it's like, and then you don't really drink water when you're at an anime convention because you're walking around, it's busy, water bottles cost $12, and at the end of the day, you take it off and it's like your head looks like a peanut. That means your wig's too tight, but it looks better when it's tighter, unfortunately. And also, yeah, we get like crappy wigs online that are like 2 sizes too small because, you know, you're just a kid trying to cosplay as, I don't know, Fire Emblem. A vein popping or something. Yeah. You know those watermelons that in like Japan? Those fruit where they mold them and they grow to a certain shape because they put like a mold. That's my head after wearing a wig all day at a cosplay convention. Is that the origin of your soft spot? Is that how you got your soft spot? Yeah, my soft spot on my head. I actually don't know what the origin of my soft spot is. I will say I haven't had any sharp pains from my soft spot. No, I never get sharp pains. It's usually tender. It gets tender, and it hasn't gotten tender. Have you ever asked Mama Chini? You know, no, actually. And I will try. I will next time. Your head sounds very malleable. Yeah, I've been known to have a soft spot on my head that becomes tender sometimes, and it becomes sensitive to the touch. I will say I had an interesting conversation with Mama Chini, where she said for whatever reason, at the time she was told not to eat watermelon while pregnant, and so she avoided watermelon, even though she really likes watermelon. And then I never knew this until she told me recently, but I heard that, and I was like, wow, that's so weird, because I love watermelon. It's my favorite. I don't know, it's some sort of like superstition or whatever at the time, who knows, it was like however long ago. But I was like, wait, that's crazy because my favorite fruit is like watermelon. I love watermelon. Gamer dents. I don't have a gamer dent. In fact, I used to have a over-the-head headset. And wait, I told you guys it wasn't that long ago, but I got earbuds instead. I spent a lot of time searching online for a good pair of earbuds that are not over the head because I was scared of getting a gamer dent, because I've seen these clips of people, of streamers and gamers and stuff with the gamer dent, and it's real. Not only does it dent your physical head, but it like kind of makes you go bald over time. Going to school. Hope you have a wonderful stream, Caspurr. Nice day, everyone. That's very sweet of you. Have a good day. Did you fall for TikTok propaganda? No, it's real. Aren't those people who wear headphones? Well, also, it was giving me a headache. It was too tight. It would grip my head, and I guess because I have, like, I don't know why. I guess by this point, Caspurr has a Play-Doh head. I have a malleable, soft head for some reason, but it was, like, hurting my head. So I got earbuds, which is, like, I can't believe I didn't switch sooner. Well, I don't think the technology was there with... for some reason, Bluetooth stuff on the like, for PC setups, computers... is not quite there, is it? I don't know why, right? Like wireless keyboards, wireless headsets, like it's just not quite there yet. Or historically, up to now. It's been recently where like stuff is pretty okay with the latency and stuff. I ended up... well, because it's important because, you know, I'm a streamer. I'm a streamer, everyone. It's so important. You know, and I record music and stuff like that, so I needed some, you know, good earbuds that, if I was just a casual user or a hobbyist, the latency wouldn't matter to me. But, you know, I do music stuff, so I wanted something good. So I got, I don't know, in case anyone's in the market. I don't know, Black Friday is coming up, so maybe for some good earbuds. I ended up getting the Sony InZone earbuds. And they've been pretty good, and I can wear them all day. God, you'd think I would have an affiliate link or something with the way I'm talking right now, but I don't, actually. In fact, they suck. Don't ever fucking get them. They're pieces of crap. They suck. But I use them. And, yeah, they've been okay so far. The latency seems okay. That's the thing I was most worried about. Sony, yeah, the Sony, I do have, well, I mean, this is one I got, like, when I was in college many years ago, or actually not so long ago, but I got these noise-canceling ones, because I used to, when you're on a college campus, you're walking around, you're trying to study in noisy environments and stuff, so I wanted some good like, noise-canceling ones, and the ones I ended up getting were also Sony ones. Audio stuff? Sony really knows audio stuff, huh? You know who doesn't know anything about whatever? Don't ever get a Hisense TV. Don't ever get a... I don't know what that brand is or what it's known for, but let me tell you, they're not known, or at least should not be known, for TVs. Don't get a... just get an LG. It might be $100 or $200 more, but it's gonna be worth it. Don't ever get a Hisense. That was such a waste. God. I've never even heard of that. Good. Well, no, not good, because I didn't either, so I didn't know how bad they were. And I was like, wait, this one's just so much cheaper than the rest. Yeah. That's right. Of course it was. Avoid the Hisense brand. But yeah, if you're looking for earbuds, I've been having... well, because, you know, I... and this is bad, too. There's a sort of, like, freedom with the advent of technologia. Like, back in the day, you just went to Target or Kmart, and you looked at the stuff on the shelf, and you picked it up, and you're like, yeah, this looks pretty good. I want this one. And then you get that thing. But nowadays, and look, doing due diligence is good, right? But I don't know if there's like a word for this phenomenon or if there's like a discussion about it, but the like over analysis of every purchase Do you know what I'm getting at? Because if I buy a product, I watch 40 different YouTube videos. I search up different Reddit threads, right? Because you got to look it up on Reddit. Because that's the truth for some reason, is Reddit. You ever type in something and you add Reddit to the end to make sure it's good. And then you got to go through it, figure out which one is the affiliate comments that are the fake boosted ones that people pay for. And you do all this research. And I research it over the course of like weeks. And I do that for every freaking product. There's so many options, yes. And let me tell you, when it comes to my earbuds, I did not just go, I need some earbuds. Clackety clack 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 on Amazon, and I just bought the first one. I was like, the Logitech has these ear molding ones that like change. Okay, so then what about this one? Okay, Sony has this one. Wait, I looked at all the different types, and it's like, that's good, I guess so, because I you know what I didn't do in that manner? When I bought my Hisense TV, because I just went to Costco and I was like, I need a TV. Oh, that one's cheaper, I'll just get that one. Drop the affiliate link. No, actually, I'm gonna gatekeep this. You can get custom earbuds made to perfectly fit your ear for like mega monies. Yeah, that sounds cool, but meh. But there's got to be like, you know, because I'm doing that with, like, I did that with like my what do you call this, drinking bottle, which is like only $30. And it's like, yeah, you should do some due diligence. But I'm like watching YouTube videos. Stanley Cup versus Yeti versus Hydro Flask. Which is the best? And it's like, it's a $30 bottle for your water. I mean, $30 is kind of expensive. Well, I don't want plastic because I don't want microplastics in my body. I want like a thermos that's going to keep it all whatever. But you know what I'm saying, where it's like, God, I you know, is it freedom or is it actually the reverse of it? Is it actually consumer capitalist freedom, or are you shackled to having to look up and verify and watch a bunch of videos? Nah, actually, surely being diligent is like way better than not being diligent, even if there is some sort of diminishing return or some sort of like reverse lack of productivity at the end of it. I think the cups are mostly similar. No, that's not true, because the Stanley stuff, didn't it come out that they were like poisoning people with lead? Well, that actually, joke's on me. They're all probably made in the same factory, and the others just haven't gotten caught yet. You gotta value your doll hairs. Yes, you gotta. Reddit is the front page of the internet that Google uses in its search results. I mean, Google is, I already ranted about this, but man, what's wrong with Google? Google just does not work. It's just that all the search results, okay, what's like an example of something we can search up? Wireless earbuds. Because we're just talking about it. Sponsored. There's a product tab. I didn't even realize Google had this. It's like Amazon. Product tab. That's crazy. Oh, geez. More products? Also, what are... Skullcandy.com? Skull Candy. That's still going? Like the Hot Topic, like edgy... Wait! What the heck? What did you do to my Hot Topic edgy earbud brand? This is not edgy. This is not Hot Topic-y. They got fast food locations. Where's the whimsy? This just looks no different from Sony. Or like anything. It was like the edgy brand. What happened to Skull Candy? $99 for skull candy? What is this? The Method 360 ANC. It comes in like a little... Wait, what do you mean sound by Bose? That's just Sony earbuds. What is skull candy not even like, it's just a secondary brand that they put on top of their other brands technology? What is this? It comes in like a little tubule. Noise canceling. Well, that's just a necessity now. Also, is it? Oh my god, these look... This is disgusting. These just look like Beats. Like Beats earbuds. Oh, my skull candy. What did they do to you? It used to be this cool, edgy brand. Well, that's depressing. See, these are always suspicious. You know, and you could always tell the bots don't make it like good. You got to be careful with these Reddit threads because that used to be the bastion of knowing the truth. Hey Lucas, how are you doing? But I'll be like, like, what are the best wireless earbuds for productivity? Or something like that. And you go click on a Reddit thread, and then the comment is like, I love my Sony InZone serial number 1XXAA237 earbuds. They fit, you know, and it's like, oh, come on. You gotta, like, try to, like, at least hide it. You know what's real bad with that? Amazon. Amazon's real bad with that. In fact, let's just look. Let's just look. What's a product on Amazon? I got that SSD recently, right? So let me go on and see. Let's see. Typed in a random SSD. I'm just gonna scroll down immediately. I've been using this 4TB extreme portable SSD, 1050 megabits per second. It's been flawless. The transfer speeds. I moved a large video project (parentheses) over 300 gigabytes in under 10 minutes. Like, oh. The super long M dashes, which listen, as an M dash user, like, you know, the AI chat GPT or whatever the responses, people are like, if it uses M dashes, it means it's fake. And I'm like, wait, hold on, I love using M dashes, but these are using those like extra girthy dashes. Too many. Right, and then and that's like the top review, and then you go to the next review and it's like, I've owned several of the SanDisk 1TB extreme portable SSD. Like, who's talking like this? See, this seems real. It's like, I personally really like this SSD, right? That's how a normal person would talk. Look at the... I purchased the SanDisk 2TB extreme portable SSD for my Tesla Model 3 2020. Like, why don't you just say, I bought this SSD for my Tesla and it works great? What is this like? Is this real? This is a bot, right? I purchased the SanDisk 2TB extreme portable SSD for my 2020 Tesla Model 3. Like, who's talking like this? Getting an SSD for your car. I mean, people are talking like they're... God, what... Like, this is getting sick. You could... You could just play music and it sounds like something from a telenovela. What an amazing little device. Small, light, compact and portable. I had high expectations, and they were exceeded. I really really like the cable that comes with it. Really helped bridge the scan disk from my old MacBook Air to my new one. It is a shame that the cable doesn't come with a newer version. Nonetheless, who's he saying nonetheless? It's an Amazon review. Nonetheless, I was able to partition it. Thanks so much from an amazing product. Nonetheless, indubitably. Oh my. What does a real review look like? Well, I guess it's that kind of thing. Only someone that has strong opinions on something is going to comment. So it's either really good or really bad. Because if you're just like, yeah, that's pretty good, you're probably not going to leave a review. Good. I mean, we get Steam reviews like that. That's another one. The Steam reviews. What's like a new game that came out recently? Oh, Silk Song. All right. This is probably an entire series on YouTube, by the way. I bet people do this. I mean, I guess this is good. This is good. This is like enthusiast stuff. Oh, don't do that. I just got spoiled. I don't really understand what that was talking about, but that's probably a spoiler. Pretty sure there's a website to remove the fake reviews by putting the link to the product page. Ah, like these extensions and whatnot. I have not played Hollow Knight. No, with the fervor online that I'm seeing about Silksong. I was kind of thinking like, oh, this seems fun and it's pretty cheap. I thought about playing it myself, but I have not played Hollow Knight, and so I don't know. It seems pretty torn. I ask everyone, hey, should I play Hollow Knight before playing Silksong? And some people say yes, some people say no. I don't know. Do I plan to play it? I don't know. Maybe eventually. Should have farmed the Silksong drops. Probably. I don't. God, the FOMO. I hate this FOMO. Oh God, like whatever happened to, and this is related to my rant that earlier about like pre-ordering games, like all this stuff. And it's like, dude, Battlefield 6 pre-orders. I saw that. Did you guys see this? And it's like, yeah, the beta came out and it was like pretty good, but like remember the last game they tried to get you to pre-order, Battlefield 2047, which I think most people were like, that's bad, that's gross, right? And then the next game comes out and they're like, wait, that's gonna be good actually. Definitely recommend Hollow Knight first. Yeah, I probably would, just because I feel like I don't want to miss out on like, yeah. But that's another part of it, which is like, I just can't a game come out and I'm like, oh, I want to play this game, and then like have the game and everything about it. The pre-orders and all this stuff, like I play a game and if I wasn't like attuned to the game's launch in the 47 cycles leading up to it, Sonic Racing as like another example, like, oh, I'm not gonna get that car or whatever the frick, like, oh, sorry, I wasn't attuned to the 47-step launch of your indie game, so now I don't have 3/4 of the content in the game. Like, yeah, because like maybe I will play Silksong and I'll be like, oh, I really like that, and then I'll be like, oh, but I don't have this one little thing because I wasn't excited to play it 2 weeks before it came. Like that also frustrates me. It should be like extra stuff, physical stuff. I remember the last time I thought I got my worth was when I pre-ordered Halo 3 as a child, and I went to the midnight release and I got like a little, the game came in like a case that looks like Master Chief's helmet, and I still have that helmet, and it sits there and people come over and they're like, oh, that's cool, that's the legendary, and I was like, yes, it is. But these days you pre-order $80 ahead of the thing, and it's like, Sonic has a T-shirt and it says I love MILFs on it now, and it's like, God, I guess it doesn't really matter or affect the gameplay, but like, you know, it's, come on, it's like, it's FOMO, but also not even worth it at the same time. I see bosses remembering remembrances. Yes, as I often do. Oh God, he wasn't lying. This is a serious Yap session. I can't call. I got things to... Okay, listen. If it's a Yap session, it usually means CaspurrCatacini complains about something for 45 minutes before saying he's hungry and tired, and goes on a 47-minute break before coming back and playing another game for only 25 minutes before he says he's got a lot of stuff to do and he logs off. But, gosh dang it, someone needs to talk about these things. When are we having the 47-minute break? No, that was a joke. You're actually not even getting the break time this time. It's just gonna end when it ends. The only edition I enjoy is the one that has an art book and directed notes. Yeah, I really liked the Terra. I got the Terra pre-order. The MMO, hit MMO, that's gonna get a sequel made by Krypton, which are the same people that are bludging up the Subnautica 2 release, and also made Inzoi, which is everyone's favorite Sims clone game. And so Terra 2 is definitely going to be good, and it's going to be great, because Krypton has proven themselves to be a good game publisher. But I really like Terra, and I was keeping up with it with the Korean, you know, because when it comes to MMOs, the Koreans, they usually get it first, and then they publish it in the West, and I was like so into it. I was looking at all the classes ahead of time, and I bought the pre-order, and it came with like a map of the Terra world. It came with like a watch, a pocket watch. And then the game went free to play, and I was like, oh, then why did I pay that money? Oh, what did I get? A title and a regal white lion mount. And I was like, okay, but that's sick. At least I got that. And then the game's just gone. You can't play it. Which is like, you know, there should, like, is that related to that thing that the Stop Killing Games? Is that like, is that the same scenario? Because I agree. Like, here, I paid money for this game, and I can no longer play your game. There should be some sort of, like, attempt made so that I can still play your game. Okay, maybe you can, like, you're not committed to releasing, like, updates for the game. Or, like, yeah, you're not going to start releasing new classes. You're not beholden to me. But at the very least, I should be able to sit down and be like, I want to play that game that I bought. Boop! And I should be able to play it. Yes, that is exactly what Stop Killing Games was about. Good! At least a way to host the game locally. Yeah, I mean, with an MMO, that's probably like the most complicated version of that. But yes, there should be some sort of attempt made. Okay, look, and it's an MMO, it's like a live service thing or whatever, or like it requires a lot of upkeep or whatever, and we can't do that because the company's going under or whatever the situation might be. I'm not saying like you have to force these people to like work on it or whatever the frick. I mean, there's an argument to be made if they just did it like... If they didn't just freaking be greedy about it, that people would... That being said, there should be like, okay, we can't host the MMO. You know, MMO requires all these servers, whatever. But here is a thing. Here is like a contingency so that you could download it and like host it yourself to some degree, or something akin to that. Some sort of like preparation made, instead of just like, yeah, you kids can't play it anymore. Right, torpedo the fan efforts. Yeah. Hey, Heart Lily, how are you doing? City of Heroes. Yeah, we've talked about City of Heroes before. I'm waiting. Listen, I'm hungry for that MMO. Come on. The Riot MMO. What do we think about that? Forget the fact that I'm going to be 75 years old by the time it comes out. I am going to just... Listen, when that Riot MMO comes out, I'm just going to hard commit to it. Because, like, these Riot games, they, like, are bad, but they are, at the very least, like, become some sort of, like, relevant game. And I just want to play an MMO that other people play. It might be washed. Right, why are you saying that? Why are you saying that? I'm playing Blue Protocol next month, my anime MMO slop. That's an MMO? Also, I'm... Listen, it might not seem like it, but in terms of gaming, I'm not a good gamer, right? I picked the worst job because I'm so bad at games. Bad at fighting games, strategy games. And in fact, I don't even like video games. But I am like an MMO purist. I love MMOs. And I get like sucked into it. And I'm staying up till like 4 a.m. And I wake up excited. It gets me out of bed because I can't wait to log in and do my dailies or whatever the frick it is. Boss doesn't want to play MapleStory Classic. They gotta release the game, or at least have a release date. That and that goes back to what I was saying about No Man's Sky and Cyberpunk and all the pre-order. It's like, guys, like, I stopped. I don't care. You know, like Silksong. I know it's been this meme. People have been talking about it and like blah blah. I don't care. And look at me. I live in a world where I didn't have to wait for Silksong. It's almost like hacking. It's like time traveling. People had to wait. And they were waiting forever. I didn't have to wait at all. Because it's just out. And I'm like, oh, that game's out. I didn't have to wait. Like, MapleStory Classic, it's coming. The Riot MMO, we're announcing the Riot MMO and blah, blah, blah. It's gonna be, how long is it gonna, like, don't stop with it. There should be rules in place. You are not allowed to announce or say anything about a game that is going to take more than 4 years to come out. How can you say you love MMOs if you hate WoW? I don't hate WoW. Do I say I hate WoW? But whatever happened to Nuance? I just think it's really ugly looking. It hurts my eyes. It looks like everything is made out of Play-Doh and it is like in Oogie Boogie's lair. That's what WoW looks like. WoW looks like it takes place in Oogie Boogie's lair at nighttime. It hurts my eyes. But that's your favorite movie. Well, no, it's one of my favorite movies, yeah. Right. Oh my goodness. Thanks for the tier 3. Right. Thank you. Thank you for the 12 months. A key to tell if a game is washed is if they just show that CG title card. It's a 50-50 chance it's never seeing the light of day. Right. Thanks so much. Yeah. I mean, and again, that's why I try not to get excited about anything, which is really depressing to say. Just like, yeah, you know, most things are disappointing. So my strategy is to simply not get excited about movies and or video games. And then if they're good, then I just get to be pleasantly surprised at the time. Rye, thanks so much, Rye. Talking about bright colors, are you interested on the Pal Farm spin-off game? Pal World is making a farming, like, friend slop game. I will be playing it, probably. Yes. Multiplayer? Ah, woo! Yeah, say no more. Farming sim game that's multiplayer? I will be purchasing it and playing it. I consume. I'm the perfect consumer. I saw a video essay. People called it girl slop. The video essayists called it girl slop games. They're like, I don't know what the title was, but like, we have a problem with all these girl slop games. And I was like, girl slop? Why are these games that I like? They're like these farming sim, management, comfy cozy games like they were saying. Sexist? It's not my video! I'm just telling you. He's in the pipeline video essays? What does that mean? Zoo Simulator and Roblox build a zoo? That's not... I don't think that counts as girl slop. Ew, that sounds so... I'm not gonna say that word again. Slop is so... Slop. What do you think about these? I saw a trend of people criticizing friend slop games. Stuff like Peak and... God, what was the horror one where you collect the items? Repo! And what was the one before Repo? God, you were Lethal Company! What do you think about these quote-unquote friend slop games? Because I think they're very often, recently, they're the only games that I can justify, feel good about purchasing every now and then. Stop calling them friend slop. I'm referring to the phenomenon that people are referring to these games as friend slop games. I mean, I'm saying, do you guys disagree with that sentiment? Because I think... Dude, release a friend slop game every 2 weeks. Because the thing is, we're at a point with gaming that it's like, I'd rather a shitty $20 game that I could play with all my friends that we only play for like a week at most, or like 3 times at most. I'd prefer that than to a $70 game that is beautiful and HD ray tracing, and I could see every sweat pour on someone's thigh in the video game. And it has 47 combat systems, and it's like, it's just kind of like, sucks. So yes, I'd say make more of it. Make more games like that. How dare people play games with their friends? The psyop by big game industries. They pay these people, or they inject these people by themselves, paid actors, to try to dissuade people from playing the games that are disrupting the games industry. Listen, I'm a bit of a conspiracist. I see why people believe conspiracies. I don't believe in any of the big ones, but like, you know. Genon, you don't like the friend slop games. What is Boss saying about women now? Nothing! I do not. Yeah. You're just acting out. You're lashing out because I've escaped my sunshine prism. Boss, are you a flat earther? I'm not. I don't think the earth is flat. The thing is, it's like I get called a conspiracist because of what I'm about to say. This is like my mentality with things. I do not believe the earth is flat. I do not think that. But if for some reason it came out, and like the government came out, or we found like some government files and they posted online and it came out, it's like, guys, the earth is flat. It's been flat. I would be like, yeah, of course it is. Like, pfft. I wouldn't be like, what? No, this can't be. It's not flat. How could that? Like, if that came out, I'd be like, yeah, I guess so. Like, should have known. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if there's a word for that kind of guy. Like, I don't believe in the conspiracy, but like, if it came out, I'd be like, yeah, I guess so. Who knows what else they're lying about? You're a conspiracy realist. Gullible. Gullible. Okay. Centrist? I don't think that is what that would mean. My biggest question for a lot of conspiracy theories is why would they do that? Listen, like the thing is, we're not programmed like a program or a computer game or something. Like sometimes people just do stuff. Why? Well, maybe at the time it made sense, but you know, things compound and people get mixed up, and sometimes you're just doing something for not even a good reason. Sees a real life woman. Ew, what is this girl's life? I just want to be very clear that I was just saying that this is the video I saw and that I don't agree or even think that that's a thing. Next stream, you guys are going to be... I'm going to get raided by someone, and next stream, you're going to be like, hey guys, just a heads up, this misogynist thinks that games that have cutesy farming sims in them is girl slop. That's going to happen, all right? And I just want to be clear that that's not what I think. I play those games, and I like those games. He's talking about his alt. What the... I mean, I meant in the sense of why would be the point of the government hiding that the earth is flat? So that... I guess you could say like... I mean, this is going to sound real conspiracy-y because it's like a catch-all. There is value in the people in power making you believe things that are simply untrue just for the sake of keeping you under their control, because just by virtue of you believing things that are untrue makes you in a weaker position. I know that sounds really crazy, but there might be a little truth to that. Because it permeates through your entire life. If you just simply believe all these things that are untrue or whatever, it like will seep into your life in general. And makes you and the collective weaker and easier to control. You're crazy, dude. Sure, Willness. Or should I say Agent Willness? Eros, hey Eros, thanks for 10 months. That was a lot of words all at once. I'll believe it. Thank you. And if you buy my course, you'll also learn how to identify these things. I wonder, I'm gonna do some research. I want to find out what... Oh, this would be a banger YouTube videos. Conspiracies that actually ended up being true. I want to find all the conspiracies. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll actually put in some effort before a stream for once and like do some prep. I'll get a list of like conspiracies that ended up being true and we'll go over it on stream. Maybe that will be fun for Halloween. Conspiracies that ended up being true. But see, the thing is that it will be a joke because at the end, it will be like, number 5, CaspurrCatacini is a chicken. I'll be like, what? And then the stream will end or something. Is there an infographics video that did that recently? Well, I'll just go ahead and yoink that information and call it transformative because I'm commentating over it. Thank you very much. Thanks for letting me know. Also, you need to do more stuff with Fieldcraft and spice shit. What are you talking about? You mean like me in general? Yeah. Hey, look at that's your guys' job, see? I actually have been, but man, so busy in between playing my video games and talking about conspiracy theories. He's gonna turn into a fish on Saturday. What? Any horror watch-alongs during October? Oh, wait. There was... Oh, I don't know about horror, because I don't like scary stuff. But I wanted to... God, what was the movie I wanted to watch with you guys? Oh, it's gone. I forgot. I wish I was allowed to play video games. Yeah, maybe if you, keep doing a good job, I'll let you. But for now, no, you're not allowed. In fact, you're not... The only thing you're allowed to do is... You can't even... Don't even try to imagine yourself playing the video games. That doesn't count either. That counts. The Good Boy. Oh, I know that. Guess we can't play Sonic Crossworlds with boss. Alright. You know what? I lift the embargo, Giggle. You are now permitted to play any video game you want. For the next 85 years. Yeah, we are playing Sonic Crossworlds. On Thursdays, we're gonna play. Sorry, not Thursdays. It implies that we're doing it every Thursday. This Thursday, we're gonna play Sonic Crossworld. Hopefully the lobbies aren't laggy or they're not like buggy. Any plans for games this spooky month? I guess the... Guys, hold on. September. Listen. How would you feel if you were September? Alright? God. If I was September, I'd feel so bad. Because everyone's just like, I can't wait for October. Alright? Think of how September feels already. There's like no good holiday in September. In fact, it's like the opposite of a holiday. Like a tragedy happened. And also, everyone is just like, oh, I can't wait for Halloween. And then they made like a really popular song about how you suck as a month. We talked about it yesterday. Wake me up when September ends. That's like, imagine they made a song that was like, God, I can't stand to watch Caspurr. Like, September has it rough. My theme song? Your theme song? September does have the best month name. Ooh, Koi, hold on. How could you be so brave to say such a thing? Let me think about that. September, wow. You know, is that an original thought? Let me think about that. September is actually such a good month name. You're right. It's like September. Yep, that's a month. It rolls off nice. September. Okay, hold on. Let me think about it. Okay, alternatively, what's bad month names? March. Yeah. To where, bro? What are you talking about? March kind of sucks. May? No, it's gonna be May. December. Ooh, hold on. Well, the Ember months are pretty good. January freaking blows. January. God, you know. February. Yeah, January and February. It should just be Febtember and Janember Januember and Februember. I think months should just end in ember. Because like September, October, December, the ember, like those sound right. Femboy Timber. October doesn't end with Ember? Yeah, but you gotta understand, and this requires like some sort of a sense of like, you know, spirituality about you to really understand this. But October is in the same category as the Ember. You have to understand. If that doesn't make sense to you, I'm afraid that, you know, you're just not on board with the rest of the team. You have to understand the like spiritualness of it. It feels the same. I will say octubre. Is that how you say it? Is that español? ¿Cómo se dice octubre en español? Octubre. I love octubre. That sounds so good to me. Bilingual king? Yeah, you gotta have to be. Español. What's October in Italian? I don't know, but if I had to guess, it'd probably be... You know what? I'm gonna take a wild guess and think I don't think it's even gonna start with an O. I bet it's something stupid and it's like Vivilio or something like that. October in Italian. Ottobre. Dang it. I took a gamble. This is a long-winded way to say that there is no current plans for games in No, God, there is, but I don't want to spoil the fun. I'm Mr. Crumbs. I'm Crumb Lord. All right. Crummage is a very common thing here, right? And I just decided that I don't want to spoil the fun anymore. Right? It's just double negatives, because not only does it ruin the surprise, it makes expectations higher, it ruins the fun, blah 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 blah. I am less productive because I get some sort of shorthand satisfaction by telling you about the thing. So we're gonna keep it a secret, or a secreto. Can we ask how many games you've chosen? Like 4. Well, I don't want to play too many because then I'll get scared. What do we... hold on. Let's go back to the month. July. July. That's a pretty good month. But June? June should be a name, not a month. June is like, it's such a it's a nice name, but like it shouldn't also be a month. June Buns, yes. And there's June Akane. Like I don't think it should be a month. It's not right. Jumpin' June Bugs. Wait. June Buns and June Bugs are literally one letter off. Is it a conspiracy? But they're two very different things. Why are April, May, and June names but no other months? Like they're like specific names? Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a linguist. Many things I am, like artist, streamer, secret agent, Costco membership holder, scholar, boss, most importantly, boss. Little Meow Meow, yes. A baby? No, not anymore. I've grown. I'm baby in spirit. A spiritual baby. A foodie? Here's the thing. Like, I can admit that I'm actually not a foodie. Like, a foodie implies that you have taste. And like, I don't think I eat garbaggio. I don't think I eat garbage. Garbage. But like, I gotta admit that I have some pretty, like, I eat some trash, man. And I don't really have a taste for like high-end stuff. Like, if I had to choose between going to a nice steakhouse and having Panda Express, I'm like, dude, Panda Express kind of sounds good right now. So I'm not a foodie. A foodie is kind of like, implies a sort of sophistication. A level of sophistication that I just admit that I don't have when it comes to food. I like my, you know what? Food slop. You're a gourmand? Isn't that big thing on the back of Gaara's back in Naruto? Isn't that the thing that Gaara has on his back in Naruto? Or gourmand? No, that's a gourd. Oh. They really took they took my man out of gourmand. They really took the man out of it. That was a masterclass joke. If you can't appreciate that, then I don't know what to tell you. Real linguists, no. Sorry, this comment was a little late. I do appreciate how you make a genuine effort with Spanish. Guys, of course I do. I make a genuine effort with every sort of cross-cultural thing that I do. Truly. If you think about it, Gara's gourd is operative colored. Coincidence? Yeah, you know how Gara has that layer over? He's got the sand layer. I'm like that, but with Cheeto dust. It protects me. Think you could touch me? You're disgusting, you know that. Don't hand him the controller. That was it. That was that was when we crossed the line. Was when CaspurrCatacini said that he has Gara's sand barrier, but it's made out of Cheeto dust. And instead of a gourd, it's just like a gigantic Cheeto bag on my back. And you know how he has the tattoo of love on his forehead? Mine just says yum. Why not Takis? I died. That would be acidic. It's too spicy. Haha, it's Chester. I don't want to touch you. Good. I don't want you to touch me. Get the Cheeto. I actually don't like Cheetos. I like the Flamin' Hot Cheetos, which is so crazy that we don't just call them spicy Cheetos. They're Flamin' Hot Cheetos. Hot fries? Ooh, I like hot fries, yeah. Oh, my mouth is watering talking about this. I like the puffs. You know, I'm not gonna dunk on you. That's very valid. You're valid. Eat your puffs. I am not particularly a puff enjoyer. Lick and spit the Takis. You mean for their, like, for the coating? Ew. Wait, that'd be awesome. Imagine you could put a Takis in your mouth like a cigarette, and you could suck, and like it would, the red coloring would, you know, like a cigarette, it becomes charred and it falls off. The red coloring like goes less and less along the entire body of the Taki. You're the reason they're taking away Red 40. He's making a spicy... God, the cinnamon challenge? Yeah. Times were simpler. Times were simpler. He is Red 40. A Red 40 personified. I'm a Red 40 Kachinka. Oh my god, people ship the artificial food. It's like cells at work, but with artificial food ingredients. God, my crack ship is Red 40 and Espetarme. Oh, Espetarme. Kiss me. Oh, Red 40, you are so beautiful. You make me red with passion. You making shit up now? Yeah. Yeah. It might be, as I often do. Never heard aspartame pronounced that way? How would you say that? Aspartame. Oh, aspartame? Aspartame? Nah, there's no way it's said that way. That's just not right. Speaking of ingredients, you should look up Doritos black garlic dip. It looks like asphalt. Doritos? I've never heard of this. Oh, wait, this looks kind of like Halloween-y. Oh, it's a Stranger Things collab? That's actually kind of sick. Have you ever wanted to dip in your Doritos in what seems like an ink quill reservoir? Okay, it looks unappetizing, but it sounds delicious. Black garlic dip? That actually sounds so good. Hey, Seven, I'm doing good. Aspartame? No, but that just sounds so like... God, it's like GIF versus GIF. You know, like GIF maybe is correct, but GIF is correct. You know what I mean? Like aspartame. Tastes like creamy garlic. That sounds delicious. Caspurrtfolio? What the? No one can understand what you're saying. Hey, I gave it whatever. I'm trying my best out here, man. I told you, I talk like Rules Card from Deltarune. It feels right. The thing is, you probably play Deltarune and you're like, God, what a freaking idiot. But I'm like, you know what? I understand. It's like playing with a fidget spinner in your mind. It eases my mind to say aspartame instead of aspartame, right? Autism. Hey, I do not have autism. Are you my mother's alt account? No, that's Genon. My mother wouldn't want me to play Mario Sunshine that much as Genon does. Boss is Tylenol pilled. What? No, I'm an Advil guy. Someone remembered the lore? What are you talking about, lore? What are you talking about? No Mario Sunshine stream? I hate CaspurrCatacini. Oh, there she is. Everyone say hi to my mom. So, what do you call it when, like, do you guys also have trouble reading words that are like in a string? So reading? I guess so. Like a book? Scratch this conversation. Like how long of a word we talking about? No, I'm okay. Listen, guys, I don't need to. I'm not dyslexic. I know there's like a lot of freaking couch doctors in here that try to. I'm autistic and also have ADHD. I don't have anything. I don't need to add another thing that CaspurrCatacini might have. Okay, undiagnosed. I don't have that. I'm not dyslexic. I can read. Maybe you just suck at. You know what? Maybe I will read a book. Maybe I will read a book. Operative Book Club. Today we're reading The Hungry Hungry Caterpillar.
2 years ago? Okay, Haley, hold on. Time, you got time in a bottle, huh? I should call you Jim. That wasn't 2 years ago. The next Smash stream. Yeah. You know, honestly, probably not too soon. I feel like we just did that. Alrighty, guys. Listen, you're not gonna like what I'm about to say, but today's gonna have to be a short one, okay? I know, you're shocked. No, I know. Kills you. Okay, listen. You hit us with the alrighty, how dare you. Yes, it's gonna be a short one today, but I promise you an extra beefy stream when we play Sonic Racing together on Thursday. OMG, you're an hour, Andy. Okay, why you round down? It's been an hour and 46 minutes. Why are you rounding down? That's unfair. You should round up. 2 hours. I have no reason to go on. Starts crying. Listen, I'm sorry. We're gonna have to end stream. It's not rounding. It's truncating. No, it's not. I had fun though. I got to freaking rage and talk about this and that and what have you. At least the stream cured my headache. Oh yeah? Alright guys, have a good rest of your night. Thanks so much for being here. So sorry it's so short. I will see you guys on Thursday. We're playing Sonic Racing with the Operatives. It's Community Day. Have a good rest of your night. So sorry, so short. Mike, hey, Mike, thanks for the gifted. Thank you for the stream. You're welcome, Lawuchi. Thanks for the yap. No problem, Finn. Alright, have a good night, everyone. Bye-bye.